Here at the Consulting Axis, we often talk to you about what you should do in your case interviews, but I don't think we talk enough about what you shouldn't do. So that's why in today's video, we're going to be talking about the 5 most common case interview red flags and how to avoid them. So we're going to start off with one of my biggest pet hates and something that is so easy to fix, and that is not answering the question. When I've conducted numerous practice case interviews, this just seems to happen so much, and from the point of view of the interviewer, it's just super frustrating. Imagine your car breaking down because the engine doesn't work anymore, so you take it into a garage for it to be fixed, only to come back a few hours later and they've just changed the wheels. It doesn't matter how nice those wheels are, they haven't solved the problem I was having, and if you did this in a real consulting job to a real client, I can guarantee you that they probably wouldn't be hiring the same company again. Whenever you're thinking of an answer, try not to get too sidetracked by other ideas that may be really exciting, but don't solve the specific question they've asked you. So red flag number 2, waffling. Imagine for the rest of the YouTube video I spoke like this. So on to the next red flag, which is this, but actually let me just go back a couple of steps because I think this links to the previous one, but also red flag number 5, when I get to that, you'll see how it all links together and it's quite interesting. You can't follow it, there's simply no structure to what I'm saying, so you probably got a bit bored, a bit lost, and you've left, and you do not want your interviewer to do that. I know they can't just stand up and leave the interview, but you don't want to make them feel like that. Make sure your answer flows, don't keep jumping around, there needs to be a clear progression forwards, and if you ever feel like you're waffling, just take a second, take a breather, and start again. So red flag number 3, boring them. Now the only thing worse than an unimpressed interviewer is a bored interviewer. And this all comes down to enthusiasm. Don't say your answers in a monotone, uninspiring way. Make sure you smile, use hand gestures, anything you think will help you have more of a presence and stop them from being bored. And not only will this improve your answers, it will also help tremendously in calming your nerves at the beginning of the interview. So red flag number 4, you don't know why. And by this, I mean you not being able to answer why you think you'd be a good consultant, why consulting interests you, and why you want to work for this company specifically. How can they be sure that you would be good as a consultant for them if you can't even answer these questions yourself? So you need to make sure you do lots of preparation by doing thorough research into consulting and the companies you're applying to. And finally, being bad with numbers. I'm not saying you need to be a mathematical wizard or do mental math ridiculously fast. I'm not saying that. But in the job of a consultant, data is used a lot, so you need to make sure that you're comfortable with using numbers. So if you want to get better at the quantitative data kinds of questions, then I'd highly recommend watching this video here, and while you're at it, why not subscribe? It's just down there. But for now, I wish you all the very best of luck with your consulting case interviews.